In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for under 250,000 MT right now in NBA 2K25 my team. So if you guys want to know what's the best possible squad you guys can build for around that 250,000 MT price point, this is definitely going to be the squad for you and the video for you guys to go ahead and watch. So if you guys also just want to take some players from this squad and you don't want to build the actual full team, you can do that as well. You don't need to copy this team, player by player, but maybe take some cards from the squad and add them onto your guys' team as you do like. Now, starting at the point guard position is going to be Dyson Daniels. I think he's like a necessity on these type of squads that are obviously at the cheaper price range, the cheaper budget of only 250k. Really not that much MT on a squad. I think a lot of people can have that amount of MT to work with, and Dyson Daniels is the perfect point guard. He's about 25-30k depending when you're checking the auction house. If you're getting him at a good deal on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, he should be realistically 25 to 30,000 MT. 6'7" at point guard, 6'11" wingspan. Really like the defense on Dyson Daniels. You guys probably already know this, but 99 steal, 97 perimeter, 92 block, 90 interior defense. Tons of really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. He's a great point guard. I think he's going to be really good for this type of squad. Now, next to Dyson Daniels, I really like running Dr. J because you get a little bit more offense from Dr. J. You get a card with a way better jump shot, a little bit more dribble sigs. Maybe isn't like the primary ball handler of this entire team, but he's going to be the primary ball handler of the starting lineup, and he's got a good jump shot. Really like his jump shot, even though it's on normal timing. I love that quiet letter behind the back, probably my favorite behind the back in this game, and I think for about 25-30k, really worth his price tag. And for again a cheaper team like this, I think he's going to be an amazing card to run on this type of squad. Now, I will say, as our starting small forward is going to be Galaxy Football Carlos Boozer. He is not the best small forward on this squad. I do think our backup small forward is better than Boozer, and we'll talk about that card here in a second. But I think to balance out the lineups properly, to have a mix of offense and defense on both lineups, starting and bench, I want to make sure there's a mix of offense and defense. I don't want to have too much offense on the starting lineup and like no card to score off the bench. So I think Boozer for like 25k, that's what he's going for right now in Xbox, I do think is really worth his price tag. And yes, he might not be a great offensive card, but he's going to give us that defense that we do need at the small forward position. 6'9" at small forward, 7'2" wingspan. Really good defensive card, especially on the interior. 95 block, 98 interior defense, 88 steal, 88 perimeter. The thing I like about the starting unit, at least for these 1, 2, 3 cards, is, for example, Dyson Daniels, he'll guard the other team's best scorer, usually a guard, a point guard, or a shooting guard. And then Carlos Boozer, he can guard the wings because he does play really good defense on the interior, so he's usually better guarding wings and not guarding like smaller guards. So it's nice to have him as like the secondary defender. And then Dr. J, he can pretty much guard any card in this game, 1 through 3. So it's really nice to have these cards with a mix of defense but also having good offense. I really like Carlos Boozer's jump shot. He can score the ball at a decently high level, not some crazy shot creator, but it's nice to have him as a secondary or third ball handler. Starting power forward though, absolutely love this card in the no money spent. If you guys watched my most recent episode, he is a beast, and that's going to be Galaxy Football Miles Turner. Might be a little bit expensive. He's 70k on Xbox, but he is worth that price tag if you're looking for a top tier power forward. 6'11" at power forward, 7'4" wingspan. This card is so amazing on defense, like absolutely unbelievable. 98 block, 94 steal, 92 perimeter, 97 interior defense. Unbelievable of a defensive card. 95 strength is really good, 92 vertical is also really good, and even a 92 agility. But then maybe the best thing about this card is not even his defense, which is unbelievably insane. It is actually going to be his jump shot. This release on very quick timing is a really good jump shot. It's super to green, it's quick, it's fast, and it's easy to time. So I think if you're looking for a top tier power forward, Miles Turner is a great card to go with. Again, for 70k right now on Xbox, I do think is 100% worth his price tag. And then starting center, I feel like the center to go alongside Miles Turner for again this type of squad and for this type of budget is actually going to be Pink Diamond Kristaps. I do think our backup center is a better center card, but I think he's better with our backup power forward, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But Kristaps is still really good, and yes, he has low speed, low agility, and maybe not the greatest defender in this world. That's why I really like having him next to Miles Turner. I feel like Miles Turner can make up for the lack of defense and also lack of speed at the center position. But the thing you get with Kristaps is you get that height, you get that shooting ability. 7'2" at center, 7'6" wingspan, with a 93.3 Hall of Fame Deadeye, limitless range, and set shot specialist for like 25 to 30k. Really like this front court duo. You have a lot of floor spacing. You can run that 5-out offense, and you can have 2 center cards basically that are really good 3-point specialists. Boozer, really good interior defender, has a nice jump shot, and then you got Dyson and Dr. J to sort of run the offense through. obviously mainly through Dr. J, who does have a really good behind the back, good movement, and a top tier jump shot. Now off the bench, guys, as our backup point guard, we're gonna have to run a couple more budget cards just because, again, we spent a lot of the 250k on the starting lineup. But Delano Banton, I mean, does it get better for 3000 MT or 5k, however much he goes for? It doesn't get better. 6'8" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan with 95 speed, 95 speed with ball, 92 ball handle, 92 agility. This card is extremely fast. Again, for a 6'8" point guard who actually has an amazing jump shot, this is a really good release. This is not like some okay jump shot that you're just going to use because he's a 6'8" point guard and you want to run this card. It's a really good release. It's a great jump shot. And for 3000, 5000 MT, you're not going to find much better value at the point guard position. Now, backup shooting guard is going to be here strictly for defense. And you guys could probably guess it. It's going to be Pink Diamond Rocco, who's like 5000 MT on the auction house. And I mean, does it get better defensively than Rocco for a budget card? 6'9" shooting guard, 7'2" wingspan, elite level defender. Like off the bench, he's going to be our main lockdown card. You know, if you're using Rocco, whoever the best team score is, you're going to want to put Rocco on him because Rocco is going to play clamp up defense, 96 steal, 96 perimeter, 90 block with a 95 interior defense. He's also got Hall of Fame challenger, glove, a movable interceptor, off ball pass, on ball menace, paint patroller, and post lockdown as well with a really good jump shot, 96 agility. Love this card at the shooting guard position, again for 5000 MT. But this, guys, is where we're going to have our probably best player on the team, which is Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. Now you're probably wondering, why is Beasley coming off the bench if he's arguably the best card in the squad and he's easily the best scorer on this squad? The reason is because if we were to start Michael Beasley, sure, we have so much offense on the starting lineup and this could really work. But then look how much we're going to sacrifice our bench, because our bench isn't going to have a single card that can actually go shot create and go score the basketball. So maybe this is the 5 that you want to end the game with. You start Boozer as you're starting small forward and Beasley off the bench. But if you can kind of stagger the minutes properly, maybe you put Beasley in with like 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and he can close games for you on this starting lineup. That could work if you want to, but I do think for just starting out the game, having also Beasley off the bench is going to allow him to go up against weaker cards. You can almost have him as like a secret weapon off the bench, and I think for a squad like this, it's going to work out perfectly. You have enough offense, you have enough firepower on the starting lineup to help you out and score the basketball, and then off the bench when you're going up against weaker cards and you need some more offensive firepower and maybe even a card to help you get back in the game, I do think Beasley is going to be super beneficial for like 50k, 55k as our backup small forward. Backup power forward, I think Kalel Ware is just a good power forward card. You know, he's 15k, he's down in price again because of the super packs. He's 15,000 MT, he plays really good defense. He has a nice catch and shoot jump shot. And then our backup center, like I said, is probably better than Kristaps, but I do just like having Kristaps next to Miles Turner. I think having KP and Kalel Ware could be a little bit concerning when it comes to like the weights and comes to like the strength isn't the highest on both of these cards, but I think having Eddie Curry as our backup center just works out a little bit more when it comes to lineup construction. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this squad? But honestly, I think this is an amazing team for 250k, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.